YouTube.
Hello.
Oh yeah, I have repeated with the over the
Yes,
the
the big
huge
one.
overdrive kid.
Yes. What? Oh, I got a king, and I bet low, and an ace appeared. This is so sad.
Oh no.
Is it messing up again, or?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh my god! And then there's a 4. I bet high, and a 2 appears. This is terrible. Double my bet. 3. Oh come on! It has to be higher than a 3. Okay, that's fine. We're not doubling down on the 9. 3 of a kind. King, low. Queen, yes, low. Or it's a jack. Low. It's a joker. No. I'm so sad. Oh, that was dumb. I shouldn't have. Okay. Lower than a 9. Okay, no. Okay, that was me being dumb. No, gosh. Okay, I'll stop. Right, where are we going?
I'm changing everyone's outfits.
Yes. I've got. What outfit is my Patty even in? The pink. Very pink skin suit. I don't know how else to say it. Legendary driller.
Huh?
How will resist nothing? Or does that like depend on your armor?
It depends on your armor.
Oh,
stuff.
okay. I was about to say, it's you resist 3 elements and Cow resist nothing? That's a bit broken.
Yes, give Raven a monocle.
He looks fancy now.
Yes. Ah! The tiny dragon is on. I forgot that the tiny dragon accessory is on one of her antennae. In Bloodstein, you try and getting credits achievement, and you did check menu credits. Watch the 1 hour and did not get it. You only get that beating the game, so rip your time. No!
$1 hour of credits. Gosh. Did I read that right?
I think that's... Then I'm going to put on Kitty. Patty gets the kitty. There we go. We're going back to the labyrinth.
Shoop. Take me away, Bowl. Labyrinth. Labyrinth of memories. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save outside it, just in case.
Good idea. Also, check how much fake gold you have.
Oh yes. Items. What would it be under?
It'd be a key item, I'm pretty sure.
Valuables.
Yeah. So many accessories that I've made and bought. Fake gold. I have 9.
I'm trying to find me. I have 8. There we go. And we need 15.
Yes. We're both already more than halfway there.
Whoa.
Ugh.
Okay, which way? I need to remember. Hello, Theta. Hope you're doing good.
I think there's only... Yeah, there's only... There's left and right. I went to the...
Yes.
I went to the Manor of the Wicked.
Focus on the enemy in front.
Which is on the left.
Yes.
I know how to use it.
Yep, Theta, I'm recovering. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm still not like 200%, but I'm well enough to do things now.
That's right! The cooking recipes! I was like, why is Carol making this sashimi? And then sushi
Oh
appeared.
yes,
And I'm like, oh!
yes, you were farming cooking stuff. Yes, my Pokemon tournament that I won 1 game in and then lost the next 5.
So we have sashimi!
Ooh.
Yay!
Yes, I won 1. Yeah, you were like trying to get, I can't remember what you were trying to get exactly, but you were building to like a certain recipe. That's for sure.
Yes. So Carol has made sashimi. Now we need Rita to make a salad.
different levels of skill here. Do you like Ruka Feta?
Hello, Feta. And then we get... Oh my god, if this actually translates to soup noodles.
Salad and
This looks
yes.
No, salad makes vegetable stir fry, and then when Raven makes vegetable stir fry, he'll eventually unlock us soup noodles.
Oh gosh, it's this place.
Don't forget to open the chests that unlock after you kill everything.
There was only 1 in that thing, I think.
Yeah. I don't know which way you went after that, but we're kind of just going our own paths, honestly, it feels like.
There was only 1 way?
You picked the wrong
Was there not
people to
only
fight
1
with.
way?
Thanks for the salad.
Not in front of my salad.
Geminio +1 beta.
I understood none of those words. See how it plays out? Yes.
Salad.
Timberry and Bladebeak.
Man,
There was only one place in that mansion, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. You scared me when you said I don't know what way.
Swift and certain.
I do wish you wouldn't cast a gold cat, Rita.
And yeah, there's a lot of people in the manga.
The what?
Well, there's a manga called Friend to Girlfriend, and it's just there's not really many nice people in there.
And I come.
As you will.
Yes.
It's like a so bad it's good manga.
I see. I've heard of it, but I was like, that in and of its own premise, while based on an actual thing that you do in Japan, that you can do in Japan, it's an actual service, it's more of a...
Trained by night. I won't lose.
You're not
the
paying
type-
someone to date you, you're paying someone to pretend to date you in order to get, like...
Yes.
Because of the public pressure in the society that is Japan, of people, like... people who...
They're like, you need, well, it's parents, right?
Yeah,
They're
it's
like,
parents,
oh,
you need to be married, why don't you have kids yet? Yes,
Yeah.
the service does extend to the point where you can rent an infant to pretend is your child at a family gathering.
you can rent a family. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I read a news article where they did,
Keep your eyes on my
like a guy went to like a family wedding, and like just rented out a mum, a dad, and like not mum and dad. What? Like a wife and kids.
Yeah. It's just a thing.
We'll
Yes.
destroy them in no time.
The manga's a bit more complicated than that, but it's still quite trash. It's trashy, but it's fun. It's funny to read until like book 6 when it got really annoying. And then the author. Oh my god, have you? The author went off the deep end.
Sounds like this. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say anything. That'll get an actual response, and I don't really want to have a discussion about whether an anime is good or bad.
Oh. Are you gonna make an opinion?
Here we
about
go.
it?
Yay!
I was gonna say something about My Hero.
Oh, you love that. No.
Focus on the enemy in front.
I mean,
The sign
if you
of
don't want to
victory.
talk about it, then I won't plot it anymore.
No, I just know that some people will violently disagree with me if it gets outside of my circle. Cause it's bad. It's not a good show, guys.
Don't get cocky.
Screw those people.
It starts good. I know it starts good. But then it's just kind of like not.
Yeah, I'll take the hate. I watched 4 seasons of it because I was genuinely interested in the hype of it, and like
You picked the wrong people to fight with.
it's the ones where, gosh, I forgot the main character's name.
Everybody calls him Deku.
Deku, yes.
That's not his name. It's like Midoriya?
You know, I thought it was something close to that as well, so we're just gonna run with it.
Mizuki Midoriya, I think? I don't know.
Yeah, but like, whoever decided to take them away from the group mechanic
Could you be any weaker?
Don't get
is a
cocky.
terrible writer. Because that was very clearly the worst point of the show, when they weren't interacting with everyone. Because they're boring when they're by themselves. And there was like 1 or 2 seasons of that, and whatever that grape
You
guy
think you
is
win?
genuinely ruins the show.
That is like I think that's like a universal thing. I think even people who still like the show are like, this character needs to be
Man, could
hit
you
by
be
a
any
car and
weaker?
never
Let's
return
take
to the show.
If that character died in law,
No one
Then-
would mourn him.
Victory.
no one would mourn him, and the show would be. I probably would have watched all the seasons of the show.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, thanks Amazon
Don't get careless.
for ads about trying to sell headphones.
That was so
You guys want new headphones?
Bat, please notice me. Thank you.
Let's eliminate them.
I just
If you don't want to say it, don't worry.
well, I don't even remember what I was gonna say. I just know that it's like, I don't know. Today there was Twitter discourse about the explanation about the Ninetales' revival, and a lot of people were like, that's a stupid ass pull thing, and some people were like, no, it's not. They told us that because they're spiritual beings, they would resurrect. But then the real critical people were like, okay, but what part of that means that he had to be reincarnated pre-sealed in Naruto's daughter? And I'm like, yeah. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
My cat's screaming at the door. 2 secs.
But legit, I just genuinely stopped caring about Naruto when it got near the end, because probably one of the most interesting and creative characters to come from the show, where we got to see a person actually fucking lose it. He does what should, for all intents and purposes, be the worst decision anyone could ever make, considering everything else that was going on, and it ends up being the one thing that they need to save the day.
Whoa.
Literally, actually, what possessed Sasuke to bring Orochimaru back to life. There was nothing that, there was no motivation. And
Yeah.
worse yet, even if you try to argue that point,
No.
there was no motivation for Orochimaru when Sasuke said, "Hey, revive the dead Hokages," that he would ever just go, "Yup."
Yep.
Like, literally, he'd just be like, "Thanks for bringing me back, idiot."
Oh my god. Oh my god. I just got jump scared by an enemy. Sorry. Carry on.
Like, there's nothing in Orochimaru's character that would warrant him listening to anything Sasuke has to say to him. It's not, like, even if it were a fear thing, which it's not, because
Yeah.
Orochimaru is properly afraid of the people who can kill him. It's shown in as early as Naruto. He is afraid of the third Hokage. The third Hokage can definitely, was capable of killing his ass permanently. He had... Sasuke being able to kill him at that one point in Shippuden is not enough for Orochimaru to have any amount of fear for this broody, psychopathic teenager.
You have won.
So, literally, he has no reason to listen to him.
As you will.
Yes.
But he just
Yeah.
goes, "Oh, I have no choice," clearly. That's not even going into some of the other stuff that show does, that's just kind of like...
Thank you, Tepper. Enough about Batman. Oh, yeah, sorry, you finish.
I just got so bored because I'm like, here's the thing. Really interesting characters that you like don't have to be redeemable.
Mm.
If the creator really couldn't come up with a way to redeem Sasuke, then just fucking don't.
Yeah. He did that so fancily. Okay. Yes. Let's talk about good anime like VZ. Except for the fact that they produce way too many Vem figures. It's a really good anime.
But yeah, no, at least with My Hero, I never really watched it, so I can't say too many things, but I do know that a very large collection of people are like, it's not good, guys. And I'll trust that with what few things I've seen where I was like, this isn't the best. I don't see how it was really popular at the start. But I didn't see the start. So I can't say more than that.
Yeah.
I actually watched Naruto. I like Naruto, and I liked most of Shippuden. It ended really terribly. I have zero interest in watching Boruto. I couldn't even give a rat's ass about what's going on in it right now.
Yeah. My Hero Academia, like the first season was really good, but yeah, as I said, like, then they started not interacting with the class, and the class is like the best bit. Which is very annoying, because like you're that, like, I can't remember if it was season 2 or season 3, but like they did nothing. It was like just Deku and like 3 others, and they did nothing with the whole class aspect, which had the most personality in them.
Yes, Alice, we can't advance to the next area until we murder everything per room.
Victory calls, and I come.
I would not be fighting them if I could help it, but because the way that this dungeon is structured, you have to kill everything, and then the chests will unlock and the teleporters will appear.
This looks
See, I have
easy.
too many channel
take
points.
caution.
I just... It's a merit system.
The sign of victory.
There will be things that you can redeem one day.
You just want My Hero to end. My Hero will not end anytime soon.
The writer started a new manga, actually.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Ah.
I saw it because somebody said, "Oh, I hope this one's interesting," and then the person, and then somebody quote tweeted them and said, "Don't hold your breath. That's how they get you. They have a really good opener, and then they stop caring halfway through." And I was like, "Oh no!" And yeah,
I feel like that's the case with most things. They plan out like maybe the first 4 books. And they go, and so it's a really good opening, and then they realise it's popular enough to carry on, and they're like, uh-oh. And they kind of get a bit lost. Whether that's like publisher pressure or that, like, it's their one big breakout and they just want to make as much money as they can, which is fair, but
yeah.
yes, I'd pray. ReZero isn't hit that yet, and it's on like book 18. Although it did have a stumble where where like one character had a speech that went on for like 23 pages.
Having read the mangaka's prior work, Barrage, you agree. Oh boy. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, now my cat wants letting out because I'm speaking too much.
The
Whoops.
sign of victory.
Yeah!
Yay!
Guess practice makes perfect.
Yuri, what the fuck did you do while you were on auto? He just got the title King of Combos. What'd you do to get that? How'd you get that?
Or good animes that know when to end. Toradora. Except for the fact that they made like 2 movies that didn't add anything. Those 2 movies don't count. If you ignore those 2 movies, then Toradora's great.
Barrage is a short series they did before My Hero. It started out with promise and didn't follow through with any plot lines before it was cancelled. Aww. First anime was Gurren Lagann as the leader.
Wait. Have I ever told you how I got into anime?
No, you haven't.
When I have a aunt that's in America.
Mm-hmm.
And for my 14th birthday, they brought me a really, like, one of those crappily printed on the shirt, Soul Eater shirts. And they explained to my mum, they were like, oh yeah, kids, and they said my real name, oh my god.
That would have been devastating.
Yeah, kids their age, they always, this is all they watch over here in America, this anime stuff. And so they gave me a t-shirt with Soul Eater on it, and I watched the first 2 episodes on some shady site.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, there's boobs in this.
There's boobs.
I don't know what. So I got Soul Eater after 3 episodes, but I did ended up watching more anime because of it.
I would say try it again, but read the manga, because, okay,
Swift and certain.
Funimation had a channel on cable for a period of time, and that's where I ended up watching a lot of anime. It's where I watched some of my favorite animated movies, like Summer Wars. Watched a lot of Hetalia. Probably shouldn't have been watching that one.
Whoa, what's that one?
It's adult comedy where with the personified
Persona?
countries, like the characters were countries in the world, and they were all like really aggressive stereotypes of the biggest British stereotype for England. He pours himself a bowl of cereal and the bowl catches fire.
Well, that sounds pretty normal. I don't understand. It sounds like a normal day.
The manga is even heavier in terms of fan service, though. The manga actually finishes the story. I will die on that hill of, I don't think, now that the position that I have taken of the anime for Soul Eater is good and I like it. Val, you're fine. The manga makes you realize that they just didn't, like, the anime got way too ahead of the manga, and so they just wrote an ending. And that ending for the show is not nearly as good or satisfactory as the ending for the manga.
Oh, so you've like read the whole of Soul Eater?
Yeah, it's only 25 books. Couldn't tell you how many chapters, but it's only 25 books.
I guess you can say that after watching One Piece, I guess. But 25 is a lot of books.
I mean, that's kind of the standard for the manga that I like a lot.
Huh.
Like, Full Metal Alchemist is like, what, 22 around? How many? I have it on my shelf. Let me look at it. I have the really big ones that have 3 volumes in 1 book.
Yeah.
27.
Ah. Oh, I guess I'm going off light novels, which are like longer.
But yeah, which character is my favorite in Soul Eater? They're really good. I'm partial to Soul just because he kind of is the character that, besides Maka, that's focused on a lot. Also, white hair, red eyes, shark teeth. He's kind of like the design for the characters that I kind of like.
that change your OCs for the rest of the time. Inspired many years.
Well, I mean, it carried onward beyond that. Like, he was the first character in anything that I saw that had white hair and red eyes. And it's not any white-haired character, you have to understand. There are some similarities not only in appearance, but personality, because I like Ragnar the Blood Edge from Blaze Blue a lot. I like Fenric from Disgaea 4. It's definitely, like, the surface level is they all have white hair, red eyes, and are like, humanity is questionable.
Any love for white hair, green eyes? Haha. Or is it just not? No,
it's just a nice character design. I like it. Bonus points if the character isn't actually that edgy, because there's also the whole, like, Soul is kind of a nerd. He likes music. He just looks really outwardly like he wouldn't. Or like Ragnar, where he's a loser and a dork. His friendship with Taukaka is probably like the best thing ever, because Taukaka is, from like a glance, she's one of the most visually, like, over the top, vocally very annoying type characters, and Ragnar's just like, yeah, we're friends. And a lot of their interactions are very wholesome. Just, you know, if you, I would go to, oh, I forget the name of the video game store. That's not true. I like Blackstar. Again, the manga does more for his character than the show does. It's very important to know. There are some major things that would be huge spoilers about Kid and Blackstar and the Thompson sisters, even to a degree. Tsubaki a little bit more with her family. Krona, there's so much more with her, with them, because the manga made it a point that Krona is gender unspecified. Like, Death the Kid, when you realize that his OCD is not just a gag, and it's actually because of what Shinigami in Soul Eater are, you go, oh! Shit, that actually makes a lot of fucking sense. And it also better explains Ashura, who is one of the main antagonists of the series. It's like, you miss so much context for why some of the characters are the way they are if you just stick to the anime, because the anime didn't get to it.
Yeah. The only thing I'm from Soul Eater, oh gosh, yes, the first episode where the witch turned into a cat.
Yeah, because she's actually just a cat with magic powers. She's not a witch at all.
Yes. Oh. And yes, and they were nearly naked. Or they were naked. I can't remember. And I thought them turning into, like, whoever had, like, the dual stuffs? There was one person with twins, right?
Yes,
or something?
that was...
Yes.
The Thompson sisters, Liz and Patty, which were Death the Kid's twin pistol
Yeah.
So do you.
death scythes, or I guess they're technically all called that, but weapon
I thought they were
partners.
cool, but yes, I thought they were cool, but yeah, but like witch turning into cat turning into witch that had no clothes. I was like, oh, this is a little weird.
But
But it also made sense why 14-year-olds would be watching it.
But yes, I think the anime is alright. I liked it. I watched it to its completion multiple times. Because Funimation was mostly just reruns of finished. The Funimation channel
Yeah.
was just reruns of finished dubs for shows, so a lot of stuff just recycled through. Like Dragon Ball was never on there, even though Dragon Ball has a Funimation dub. Though I think that was more Toei Animation not wanting Funimation to have a cable. So yeah, it's just whatever it ended up being. Soul Eater was just one of the series that had aired to completion that the Funimation channel was often airing. Hello, Gucio's memory.
By the way, I haven't gotten any fake gold yet.
I got
I've
one.
been unlucky. Oh. I'm hearing your stories about like the anime channel. I don't know if it's like if it was hidden away on the paid for channel here that we just didn't get or anything, but it makes me jealous. Well, all we got was football anime.
I know that Spice and Wolf. I think the other ones that I remembered seeing here and there were Spice and Wolf, Shakugan no Shana, Black Lagoon.
And Shana's the fox one, right?
No. Actually, Spice and Wolf is getting is being reanimated. I've seen
Yeah.
some clips of it.
Come forth, spirits of the wind.
And shit.
Of like its
Okay.
like its trailer stuff. Basically, it's not out yet. But yeah, I know there were others, but I just never really got into them on the same level. Like I don't know anything about Black Lagoon. I just remember there was an episode that was up at the time, and I was like, sure.
My anime was Tom and Jerry. Oh hey, a level.
Nice.
I mean, I don't even remember Dragon Ball. Like, I don't think that was ever on
Yeah.
Yay!
our
You got pretty
TV.
good.
Yeah. I know Disney XD or whatever had Naruto Shippuden for a time, but like Cartoon Network's Toonami had Naruto Shippuden, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT.
This
Oh.
may be a very specific thing here, but did you have something before Disney XD called Jetix?
Yes.
Oh my god. Yes! I remember the changeover and that was so sad. Because it was like, Jetix was like all cartoons and stuff. And then Disney XD came around and we got like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. And I'm like, no, I don't care.
Yeah, I never understood those live action stuff. But I guess because there were so many, there had to have been a market for it.
Yeah.
But legitimately, the only one that I ever remember watching somewhat regularly was iCarly, and well,
Oh my.
people who have been on Twitter that have been hearing the news circulating about some stuff about some behind the scenes thing.
Oh, the producer, right?
Yeah, that just
Yeah.
kind of like soured it. I'm like, oh. That's...
Uh, Yeah. Plus, I don't know, like, I think I just saw some clips of it, and, I mean, iCarly and also a bunch of others. Like, they've just, it's just so bad acting. Like, you don't recognize how bad they actually are when you're younger. It's kind of meant to be like a sitcom for kids. But,
yeah, well, I mean, like, for a lot of it, it was just a matter of how much Cartoon Network was paying to have it air over other shows.
Mm.
I do think iCarly was because of a frequency bias rather than, like, I actually watched it and paid attention to when it aired. I never did. It was just, okay, school's done, let's go home and watch something on the TV, and it's like a fucking marathon of 4 episodes of iCarly, and you're like, okay. I have nothing better to do, because this was before I became absorbed into the world of I play video games.
Kids these days never knew how hard we had it. We can go on our TikToks and watch anything we wanted.
Frequency bias was also on Funimation, because I just remembered Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood was on the Funimation channel. But I never watched it to completion because it rarely aired at a time period where I was actually able to watch it. As for Fullmetal Alchemist 2003, I watched that shit on YouTube. Somebody uploaded every single fucking episode of FMA 2003. That got me into the manga, and then I was like, wow, manga. I like the direction the manga goes way better than the anime. I do think the original Fullmetal Alchemist anime has good points, but I just don't really like the ending, and I don't like some of the direction. The deviances in direction that it takes. Specifically with Sloth. I'm not saying Sloth in Brotherhood is a good character compared to Sloth in 2003, but also the entire premise of Sloth's existence in 2003 makes zero sense to me. Like, Sloth being Ed's mom, I just was like, no, that's actually stupid, because she died again. The thing that they created didn't live. The whole point of their summoning going so horrendously wrong was because they didn't do it properly. So I forget the other homunculus that's unique to 2003. Like, I understood the meaning behind the emotional beats, but just the manga's explanation about Hohenheim and the father character, how he was just like literally a living artificial organism that was essentially a living philosopher's stone who murdered a ton of people in order to have the power that he had in order to create the homunculus. Just makes more sense than people who do the homunculus stuff. Sometimes they just die immediately and you don't get a proper trade-off, or you actually get what you wanted, but it's a monster and you can't deal with it. It's just like, I did not like the homunculi the deviances to the homunculi in 2003. Like, big FMA spoilers here. I think the Führer.
Did I close my ears or?
I think the Führer being Wrath makes way more sense than him being Pride. His son being Pride makes sense because how the fuck would he have had a child? I think a lot of like really important stuff, like the big alchemist circle that they forced Mustang into, him going blind is a much better, much more devastating story beat to his character than just, I killed the guy in charge because I knew he was bad and I'm willing to take the backlash for it, and I walk away with an eye patch. There are also a lot, again, like with Soul Eater, there's a lot of tertiary characters that are established really well on early in the anime But once it starts to deviate from what the manga does by an extreme degree to where it's starting to steamroll into its own ending, I just think the writer for the manga had better story beats for those characters and better uses for those side characters. Because they sort of, in both the FMA 2003 anime and the Soul Eater anime and the Black Butler anime, they sort of just introduce a bunch of side characters, and because they don't really know where the manga was going at that point, was just like, well, we don't want to mischaracter them, so we're just gonna stop writing them and shit, and they just kind of vanish into the background, which is never fun. Like, again, Soul Eater, the anime was fine. I remember watching it a lot. I liked it a lot. But boy, does it give you a better appreciation for some of those characters, the other classmates that are introduced early on in the show, if you read the manga. Because they actually do shit in the manga. They have really good emotional moments and character development.
Yeah, it is quite hard to, like, for the anime creators to, like, write a character but try not to, like when you have a background character, you don't want to write too much emotion into them because you don't know where the author's going to take it. But then I guess you should speak to the author and be like, hey, how is this character's going to go?
Well, in the case of that, sometimes the writers don't really know where they're going yet. I will say, like, Black Butler ended way before the manga finished. Because, you wanna know something? The manga's not done. Black Butler is still ongoing. He is writing it, he just goes at his own pace, which happens to be pretty slow. The anime, not including the Book of Murder, Book of Circus, and all that they released a couple of years ago now. Not including those, and not including Black Butler 2, because it's literally its own thing. It's essentially an OVA. It's a great OVA. It's fun. If for the people who don't like that series, it's because you're seeing it as a direct sequel to 1 when you should just be treating it as an isolated incident, because that makes it hilarious. Yeah, the anime ended, what, mid-2000s? It's 2024, and the manga is not finished. How much do you think is in the manga that the anime just never fucking got to? More than half.
Yeah.
It deviates, and if you read the manga, it deviates early.
It is a tough situation.
Just pull up the... I guess if anyone asks, just pull up the Gintama scene where he tries to explain filler.
Yes.
Because that basically, like, a lot of very early anime did one of those paths where they just wrote an artificial ending and then was just like, yeah, I guess if you want to see the full story, read the manga, because we're not doing anything. We've written ourselves into a corner with this filler. Like, that for such a gag show, that's actually, like, a legitimate explanation for anime filler.
You either deviate until the manga catches up, you either make your own plots and then deviate from the manga, or you just go completely off the rails and make your own ending. No longer bound by the mangaka.
And the thing is like, what Black Butler and, like, Soul Eater and all of those that we've given as examples did wasn't necessarily the wrong answer either, because we have the opposite example in Bleach, where it had so much filler, it had filler seasons. Which I, a long time ago, saw in a video where it got brought up recently, and the person was like, they're terrible. The filler seasons suck. So, both extreme opposites that both show, like, Yeah, neither are really a solution.
Yeah. This might be a
We shouldn't let
hot
this go to our
take,
heads.
but I don't mind filler, but I do mind it if it's very noticeable as filler. Like, if there's like a very clear quality drop in like some characters writing, it's
See, that's
bad.
that. Yeah, I agree with that because there's two examples within One Piece. The first ever filler for One Piece is 10 episodes long, and we hated it. Literally the worst thing to ever be subjected to. Meanwhile, the next time there's a filler arc that's that long is after they leave Skypiea, and it's the best thing I've ever seen because it's just 10 episodes of the Straw Hats fucking around in a marine base. It's so good. I love it.
Yeah.
And then One Piece was like, okay, any and all filler is supposed to be like a tie-in to an upcoming movie, and that's fine. I mean, Silver Mine, which is supposed to be the filler that ties into movie film Gold, is funny because it's Lomeo and a female version of Lomeo just being psychopaths, and it's beautiful. I don't care for the conflict that's going on in it. I just need to see the green-haired rooster and the red-headed, not quite a rooster because she's a girl, but her hair is styled like a rooster, screaming at each other.
Not quite a rooster, but a girl is definitely one of the sentences of all time. No, it's just that I watch anime and like there's a perfectly good episode of character development, and the next episode characters revert to like a stereotype.
Yeah.
And play out a funny scene, and it's like this is so filler, it hurts. And those annoy me. Cause yeah. But yeah, if you read manga, you don't have filler. Unless it's like the back 10 pages, so you have like the 4-panel comics of the filler thing. Still no fake gold. I'm getting unlucky this one.
I have not seen Angel's Egg or Serial Experiments. They sound interesting. No,
My friend
stop!
Oh.
Don't first aid while in overlimit, you cheater! Also, do you not have the fight? You do, so why are you...
My friend's trying to get me to watch Apothecary Diaries. They say it's really good, but...
Oh, well, there goes the one that can fucking one-shot us. Tyson still has some HP. Alright, time to murder.
Murder time.
Sorry, Tyson. He Mystic Guarded Yuri, and then Fatal Struck Flynn, and I just said, no, the gloves are coming off. Overlimit level 1 tidal wave spam.
No, time to die.
Do we have soup noodles yet? We do have soup noodles, okay. Have Patty make seafood.
For some reason, my brain defaulted to like, oh, you're speaking about IRL.
Shouldn't seafood.
You see, Theta, I'm the opposite. I like reading manga. To me, I can only read like my head is like reading a chapter or 2 at a time. I don't watch anime as often, but when I do, I watch like 6 episodes at once.
If you don't find a way to deviate from the path, you're gonna fight Clint, Tyson, and Nan again.
Me? Oh no.
Yeah.
I just went down a path.
Hello, Alexei.
This summer you hope to start reading in I don't know how to pronounce that one. The Inuyasha one.
Inuyasha.
Inuyasha, yes. Which I've heard is very good.
Oh my god, poor guy.
Wait, what chapter of One Piece am I on now?
I know that you're about to enter. No, you're not done with Little Red. You asked me if Mr. Three's ability was the power to melt people.
Well, it looked like that.
It does, especially if it's not colored, but
Yeah. It looked like his body was melting and like his skin was going away. I was like, oh my god, this is horrifying.
yeah, no, the guy can produce candle wax from his body.
I'm really liking the arc right now.
Yes.
I'm a bit scared. Another friend of mine has said that this is probably their least favorite arc.
What, Little Bird?
Yeah.
I will say the anime drags out the fight with Miss Friday, I think, a little too long. The gag about her double fruit power, where she can affect people's moods, colors, is like, oh my god.
Oh my god. Does that make sense? Like, wait, it's the paint one.
Yeah, the anime dragged that on for a little bit long. It's like, come on, Luffy, you're not actually that stupid. Just don't let her touch you.
Like, I just don't get how it works.
It's because of the color theory in which certain color combinations can affect people's emotions. It's a plot point in Danganronpa 3 as well, in which Junko uses an animation to throw people into despair.
We shouldn't let
And it's literally just hypnotism. But, yeah, no, people associate colors with emotions. It's... Not everybody does. But it's just another one of those you can color association things.
Yeah. But, like, how does she have time to draw it? And yeah.
She's fast.
That's the bit I don't get.
I mean, she doesn't, in the anime, she doesn't draw anything in particular. She kind of just slaps a palette of color on Luffy's back and calls it a day.
Oh, and in the manga, she draws it on the floor?
Yeah, she does it at first, and then they, like, if you stand in it, it affects your mood.
Oh.
But then, in the show, I think because they needed to extend it to the 30-minute or 24-minute runtime, 30 minutes to count the ads between the mid-roll, they had this extra bit where his mood was being consistently flipped about just multiple times, and it was like, oh no. Oh no.
Zoro posing though was funny.
Yeah. It's like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die in a cool pose. And this
I'm
is
gonna die fabulously.
And this is literally after he was like, I'm gonna break out by cutting off my feet. Okay, that didn't work. Time to strike a cool pose, because I am going to die.
He gave up so easily.
He gave up immediately, and then was like, at least I'm gonna look cool while doing it.
I'm gonna cut off my own leg, and now he's like, Zoro, are you dumb or something? And then he goes, oh, guess I am. I will die now.
Oh no.
Was it Nami stuck with them? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Nami and Vivi.
Nami and Vivi.
Hello for a metal ferret. Yeah, no, there's... And the thing is like... Far from perfect, but I haven't disliked any of the arcs. There's been moments where I'm like, oh, this is kind of dragging, and then... And then it continues on, like Dressrosa. Oh my god, the Colosseum, I felt like lasted way too long at certain points. But then at the end, it's like all those people that you meet in the Colosseum end up helping Luffy. And you're like, oh yeah, because it wouldn't make any fucking sense if we didn't know anything about these people. So every episode that focused on the Colosseum, we had to have a whole thing about each character that Luffy was fighting in the Colosseum, because we needed to have context as well as some modicum of an emotional attachment to that character's identity.
Yes.
Which worked. It worked out. It's just, you know, when you... Especially, like, thinking about it in the retrospective nature of people who were caught up by Dressrosa, where every single episode each week was about what was going on in the Colosseum. I can imagine people being like, oh my god, when will this fucking end?
Oh my god, I can't imagine having to wait every single week for a chapter of One Piece, because I think I would have gone insane.
Thought you could win? Too bad.
You think people haven't already?
Like, oh gosh, why have I forgot their name? Like one of the first major fights they have.
That was so easy.
You mean the first major fight that's so important that the live action just didn't write his character in it at all? Are you talking about the Baratier against fucking Don Krieg? He's not in the live action. They put Arlong there, and I honestly kind of don't like it. Even though Don Krieg was very long and drawn out, Arlong being there makes literally no fucking sense. I'm sorry.
Sorry, the name's still not clicking with me, but like where they were fighting in like a chasm or something by the beach.
Oh,
and they had two cat.
Kuro. That was Syrup Village, yeah.
Yes. Actually, that might not be the first major fight. That was probably Buddy
the Clown.
Yeah, that was probably the first major fight. Okay, the one I'm talking about is that one. Kuro.
Yeah, Kuro.
Like, if I had to read that with one chapter at a time, and oh god, I just hated that fight, just how long it was and how like they would do something and then someone else would come in and butt in or something. Yeah. I think I would have either ripped up every copy of One Piece that ever existed, or stopped reading it. One of the two. But
I think
reading that in real time would made me insane.
I think it's because he didn't really know how to write fights at the time, because he definitely gets better at it.
You picked the wrong
I think Arlong Park is probably just Arlong Park is so good. Holy shit. I think that's when he like figured it out, because Don Krieg was also kind of.
I don't know how it was in the anime, but Luffy drowning was kind of drawn out in the manga.
But
But I
again,
guess the
again,
sense of
I say Don Krieg was a little drawn out. I think it took a little too long, and I think Mihawk showing up randomly in the middle was sort of bizarre. But it worked out, I guess.
yeah.
Knowing that the live-action Don Krieg doesn't exist, obviously because Netflix didn't want to have too many episodes of it, so they were just like, oh yeah, this plot point can be removed completely. Just don't even...
Like fun.
I don't know. I know there needed to be a conflict because there needed to be a reason for them to protect the restaurant in order to convince Sanji to join. But Arlong showing up to just fuck on some people at a seafaring restaurant, he has no motivation for being there.
You picked the wrong people to fight with.
But yeah, I do actually like the current one I'm on. It hasn't felt dragged out yet.
Yeah. I like Little Garden.
Mm.
I like Drum Island too. Drum Island, oh, I can't. Ooh, I think that one's like... Chopper's cute, and also... If you were like devil's advocate, I'm here to be contrarian. Chopper's backstory isn't too dissimilar to what happened with Nami, to the point where you could be like, it's the same plot. It's not. For starters, it's not. But
For starters, you're wrong.
yeah. But it's just
Yeah. Oh wait, I did have a thought about our own part that I totally didn't finish. Yeah, the drowning bit. I guess the sense of time is kind of lost in manga, but I just don't think it was very well executed.
yeah. I mean, they needed an excuse to have Sanji and Zoro. And
Yeah.
in the anime, I think it's like 5 episodes long that man is being resuscitated, and I'm like, okay, if the runtime of the show is the same as the runtime for the fights, which it never is, I'm sorry, Luffy is dead.
Luffy's been dead for 3 hours. One time he's just gonna drown and that's it. Dead forever. No, yeah, but the whole build up to it with Nami and stuff like that, and the village, I think is very, very, very good.
Yeah, but yeah, it's that type of like Oda was definitely figuring out how to do fights that weren't just Luffy punches the guy into the sun. End of story. Like he obviously wanted everyone on the crew to be capable of something, and Arlong Park was where he started to be like, yeah, even Usopp can take out one of Arlong's guys. He does it in a very non-direct way because of his particular strengths and weaknesses, but he still took out the guy that he was pitted against.
Yeah. He can hold his own. Oh, hello.
You picked the wrong people to fight with.
And there's just genuine good in like every single arc, I think. Like I like Syrup Village. I don't disagree with you with the duration of some of the fights and stuff, and
Keep your eyes on my sword.
but it's just I like them all.
Yes.
And I don't understand people who skip some of them. I earlier on in the video that I was showing you, somebody, Astral Spiff's like marathon video, he mentioned offhandedly that they watched the first episode, but they still want to finish Naruto, so it's not happening. He kept telling them, he was like, it's really long. Could I, because it's like, after a certain point, he has all his crews, so if I just started on episode 60, would I be alright? And everyone was like, no, you'd have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Why is this guy with 3 swords bleeding all the time?
But, yeah.
why are they arguing with each other in such a... No, I won't say that.
Because I think if any arc that I've seen talked about on the internet that people are like, yeah, I skipped this and I'm unapologetic about it and I'm still able to follow the story, I look at them and go, oh, I watched it and I don't see what the fuck you mean. Yes, they explain some of the stuff that you see in this arc in later arcs, but you don't experience the genuine, like, confusion that the characters have of what the fuck is going on.
You look ready.
So do you.
That the, like, I feel like just having, a character go, oh yeah, that thing that you saw in that arc, it was this, and it's called that over there. Like, yeah, but it should be more of a, now that you've seen it, you go, oh, I see,
Oh,
yes.
right.
This
Yes.
explains what went on. And it's Skypiea. So many people skip Skypiea. And I'm like, how do you even care about Robin as a person if you skip the one major arc where she's part of the crew before Water 7 and Ennie's Lobby? How? You don't have time to actually see Robin and learn to, like, to learn her character and appreciate her and like her. You just died. I'm so sorry. Hard.
Yeah, carry on.
It was a cursed cycle. You didn't get a single fake gold. We're resetting it.
Yeah. I like that was actually pointless.
Yeah, literally the fight after that was going to be oh shit, what's his name? Alexei.
Oh yeah.
It was gonna be Alexei and then you'd leave, and if you didn't get a gold then that entire cycle would have been pointless other than the EXP. But yeah, continuing what I was saying before. Skypiea, yes, it's a bit of a mess. Yes, it has a group of characters who are designed in a way that would be considered offensive. I understand the concerns regarding the Shandorians looking like indigenous people. Native Americans, mostly. And they're stereotypical in appearance. But also, their personalities and their characters as people are fine. They themselves are not stereotypes. It's just their appearance is a little, like, you kind of have to look past the fact that it was a manga written by a Japanese guy living in Japan who, you know, had to look up on the internet probably the culture and appearances of the group of people that he wanted to write about when integrating it into his story for the manga, and there's some uninformed in terms of appearance. But I don't think that's a reason to skip that arc entirely, because the main point of Skypiea is to show Robin's character growth, where she goes from drifter who's only sticking with them because Luffy saved her life and she's being hunted by the world government as much as they are, to, oh, I actually really care about these people, they're my friends now, which really helps solidify her motivations for why she does anything that she does in Water 7 and Ennie's Lobby. Without Skypiea, you don't see Robin's reasons for doing the things that she does in Water 7. So I don't recommend skipping Skypiea. I don't understand how people can just skip it and be fine. Because you lose a chunk of Robin's character.
Sorry, but you're going far.
Yeah.
And it helps make what most people say is the best pre-time skip arc in the entire show. Ennie's Lobby. That is a very powerful arc, and I feel like if you can't like make the proper connection of Robin actually cares for these people, unlike every other scenario in which she has temporarily sheltered herself amongst pirates.
I don't care what rock you crawled out from. Bring
Like,
it.
there's a point in saying that Luffy and the others are different from what she's experienced before. She is 28 years old by that point
Mm.
in the show. She has a significant age gap from the rest of them. She has been living this lifestyle for a very long time. She
Yeah.
is not nearly as close with any of the people she's worked with before Luffy and the others. And without Skypiea, you don't see her make that connection and start behaving outwardly towards the others that way
Fine
of
training.
Don't let him
of
trip
the
you up.
change from you are a means to an end for my continued survival to I actually care about all of you and want to
Victory
protect
calls,
you.
And I come.
As you will.
Yes.
You lose that, and it just
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
think
I wish I could comment more, but I'm not there yet.
yeah, I don't think you can appreciate Enies Lobby to the fullest if you don't watch
Mm.
Skypiea.
I'll believe you.
I also think there's other important things, like Luffy being very, very lucky in that running into not only his first encounter, but his second ever encounter with an enemy that he has to defeat, who is a Logia type. That he actually has a means of fighting them, because they have weaknesses that other Logia types he wouldn't be able to do against. Because the whole purpose of that type of Devil Fruit power is that they turn into it's more like an element of nature, so they are untouchable.
Interesting.
So, when he runs into the third, who is ice, the first one he runs into is sand, water, easy. The second one he runs into is electricity. He's made of rubber, really not a problem. The third one he runs into fucks his and everybody else in the crew's shit in 5 seconds.
Whoa.
Like, yeah, with Alabasta you do get some of Crocodile and understanding that Luffy kind of has to be a little clever with fighting him because he can't just punch the guy, he can turn into sand. We get that extra layer of it really just was bad luck for the people that he ran in for them that they ran into him, and incredibly good luck for Luffy that he ran into the two Logia types that he could actually fight without Haki, because before Haki is introduced and the characters actually learn how to use it, Logia types are untouchable. They just can't be beaten. They're way too strong for the crew.
Yeah.
The sign of victory.
Yeah.
Yay!
You got pretty good.
I will have to see when I get to it. Although that still might be quite a bit.
Yes, well, I mean, I'm referencing stuff that's like quite a few episodes past what you're at. Like, Robin's not a crew member for you. You
No.
don't even have Chopper.
Chopper, who's he? Barely know him.
An adorable little guy.
Sometimes I see him as a big guy.
This looks easy.
Let us take caution.
That will be explained. But yeah,
He gets
just,
angry.
there's just things that happen. Everything that happens in One Piece happens with a purpose, and just skip something, I don't know.
By the way, I sent you a map on Discord.
Oh, let me look. Oh, of the paths?
Yes.
This is gonna open... Let me... Okay, holy shit, this is actually like a whole thing. Give me a sec. But yeah, I don't want to talk about too many spoilers. I tried to be only pre-time skip.
Yes.
Because One Piece is long and it's been out for a while, guys. I can't not talk about some things without kind of making references or spoilers to stuff that happens. I tried
There's
my
a high-
best. Didn't go into too many details. I just also wanted to properly explain that I don't think Skypiea should be skipped because there's a lot that I feel like you do just miss completely. And no amount of characters explaining it to you about what happened there after the fact could help try to understand what she is. Mostly because the characters only explain about the abilities that their enemies had and, you know, nothing about Robin or Luffy's strength. Or
You picked the wrong people to fight with.
stuff about the Going Merry. It's just not there. Okay, so I went to Mount Temsa Center. Okay, we don't want to take the path that would lead us to... We kind of just wanted to take every path that'll take us to Duke. Because, unless you can manage to get to the path that leads to Alexei that doesn't put you in Rago's mansion, Alexei's route will lead to Nan, Tyson, and Clint. And they're like, you just want to avoid that shit.
Yeah. Wait, so... Yeah. There's actually also a shorter path.
Yeah, so there's a
As
path
well.
that's very short. We kind of probably should take that because more cycles means more gold, but also sometimes they're
Yeah.
in chests. Sometimes there are rewards at the end of a fight, but I think you get more
I mean,
than
we
one from
we
chests.
consistently get one at the end, so I think we should aim for that.
Mhm.
And just take whatever bonuses at the end.
Which is what? Shaikos, Tarkaron, Zaphius, Sewer, Bactian, Schwann,
Yeah.
Bactian, Heracles, Jormungand, Tarkaron. What is the shortest path?
You're on the right way. So it's Shakios, Tarkon, Zaphius, Schwann, then probably the Bakshan Foya, then the Hercules, Jormungand, Tarkon Steps,
Egathor Riverside, Tarkaron Roofs,
Tarkon Roots, and then left, so
yeah, Reluise 10.
Ghost Ship,
Ship.
Sword Dancer, Zaphius.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that is the shortest path, so... I'm already on the wrong one, but...
But with this, as long as you don't go, if you're not past Downgrast or Zaphius's castle,
Don't get
you can redirect to the right route. If not, you just have to remember to go northwest at Cave Knot,
That was wonderful.
and then you dodge it.
Yeah, how many gold do I have?
Wait, so which way am I going? North beast. Naughty elephant shitwood. Okay.
I have 10 fake gold.
Wow. I still have 8. Or was it 7? Oh gosh. Ah! Schwann drop scare.
But yeah. Okay, Temsa Center.
Oop.
I want to go...
Oh yeah, when are we gonna do Duke Phase 3? Or can we not do that yet?
I was gonna make that the finale.
Oh, sure.
Because we'd be beating the game again, which...
Yes. You're in charge. Boop,
I
boop,
mean,
boop.
if we struggle with too many 200 mans, we may do it just so we have the unlocked fell arms.
Yeah. I'm not sure how good I'll be with some characters. 200 men. Unless there's like a cheese strap for all of them. There probably is, isn't there?
Maybe.
Oh no, he's Mr. Garthing me for 0, 0, 0, then 0 damage. Boom. Nice.
He doesn't have that much HP.
Oh my god.
Please. Very. We talked about that for a while.
Yeah, I was thinking that. We talked about that for like an hour and a half, and we're like, oh gosh, what do I bring up now? Oh gosh, how do I get the conversation going again?
I mean, I guess I'll say that where we're at, literally the next episode we're watching is the first episode of embark, which, oh boy! I'll take what I told Fisk and Vesper. It's like, take everything you knew about Sanji and then put it in a blender.
Yes, Vesper told me that they were very hyped to do it. They can't wait. Or what's that? You're like more than 3/4 in now?
Thought you could win?
Yeah, after Whole Cake is Wano, and then Egghead, which is ongoing currently.
Yeah. Then would you guys like actually watch it weekly, or do you think you'd like?
It would
wait for a
probably
month to-
be a thing where, depending on our mood, we might like, oh yeah, let's not watch it this week, and we'll catch up then, because I don't know. Marathoning it is pretty funny, but also, again, like I was talking with the Dressrosa,
Yeah.
it's watching the Coliseum, thinking about the people who watch the Coliseum episodically. I feel like that would probably be like, oh man, I hated that. But because we shotgunned the whole thing,
Yeah.
it was not that bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I said this like at the start of me watching One Piece, because I like the fact that I know an arc's gonna end in a certain amount of like chapters or whatever makes it so much more bearable.
yeah. I mean,
and
like,
knowing there's like better things ahead makes it a lot more bearable.
yeah. I mean, like for Dressrosa and for Whole Cake, oh my god, I think it's just going to be from the sheer amount of how much the three of us like Sanji as a character that we'll be able to handle it. But Whole Cake Island is 94, I think, or so episodes, give or take, in the show. And it's the second longest arc in One Piece. The longest being Dressrosa. Currently. Dressrosa was over 100 episodes.
Oh gosh. You have a track ahead.
I went west. I'm in the Aralumian Caverns. Shit. I went the wrong way. And I got confused by my nautical directions.
One thing about like people, I feel like people forget a lot, especially with ongoing things, that it's just expensive to watch weekly. So like, it's generally why I wait to watch anime, because then you can just pay for it in like 1 month, and then just watch it all in for like the whatever it is, $10.99, instead of like having to subscribe for like 3 months or whatever. and then watch an episode a week, and then that costs like 30 quid.
That was so easy.
I see that.
Yeah, I did that a lot when I was younger. I'd just wait for like a bunch of anime to build up, and then for like 6 months, and then buy a month worth of subscription, and then just watch as much as I can in that month.
I mean, our Crunchyroll, obviously we're not only watching One Piece, we're
Let's eliminate him.
Yeah.
I think, I wasn't there because I was streaming, but
That was a fine bit of training.
like Fisk and Vesper just watched like all of season 1 and the handful of episodes of season 2 of Mashal.
Yeah. I mean, if you're using it for other things, of course that's good.
I feel like an easy
Sorry, yes, I was just saying from my experience.
Yeah, if it's like I'm subscribing to this to watch this one show, obviously don't commit to like a year-long subscription for one show.
Yeah. Oh gosh, where am I? Cool.
Man, could you be any weaker?
Don't let
Yeah.
him trip you up. Oh, power that tries soul shine.
Get your value out, people.
Oh, 6 and sterling stars, please light it up so madly. Greedy waters rise up and storm the very heavens. Oh, spear red golden rain, who bringeth
I forgot what I was
good
gonna
fortune.
say.
My name is-
Oh
You
no!
thought you could win?
No, completely lost it.
No!
Oh wait, not the same thing, but is there some like 3 episodes of One Piece on Crunchyroll or nah?
Crunchyroll has, I don't know the state of it. It used to be like, when I was trying to keep up with Naruto Shippuden way back now, it would be like the first week that the next episode came out would be premium only, and then after that week
Yeah.
passed, it would become available to the regular. But nowadays, you'll be like, oh, I want to watch this. This series ended like years ago. The entire thing, all of its episodes are premium only, and you're like, but why though?
Yeah, I remember it being like that, and you had to wait like 1 or 2 weeks, and then it'll be free. I mean, with the very annoying ads.
Yes, very, very annoying ads. And I'm like, for the few that are still free, you have those very, very annoying ads. So I don't know what the hell went on, but they were like, no, it's premium or bust. And then like anything that isn't, is nothing that is currently ongoing, and nothing that is considered like a classic or is fewer than 100 episodes. Like you can't watch. I don't remember what the show was, but it was. I'm not sure. Was it Code Geass? I think it was. I wanted to watch Code Geass, and the whole thing is premium only. And I'm like, this show has been done for years now. Why is it premium only? It's because it's popular.
Yeah.
Oh, golden rain, who bringeth good fortune. Thy name is
I think it was when I was younger. I was trying to watch like ReZero season 2, and like, because I wasn't paying at the time, I waited a week for the first 2 episodes, and it was like, cool. When the 3rd episode came out, I waited a week, and then I checked, and it was still premium, and I was like, huh? And then I checked like the side thing, and it said available for free users. Never. It's like, oh, okay. Guess I'm not watching it on here anymore.
And like when they briefly tried Verve, like subbed was free, but dubbed was premium. Which I don't know whose moon-brained level idea that was.
Moon brain.
Like I don't understand that decision at all.
No.
because it makes the least amount of sense. It's like, yes, all the episodes are available for free if you watch it Japanese with English sub, but you have to pay money if you want to have it dubbed in English, and it's like, but the episodes are still available if they're subbed, right? Yes. And it's like, no wonder Verve lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
I thought that was so bizarre. I was watching Super through Verve. Dragon Ball Super through Verve.
Mm.
Oh, the Koi Woods is like the worst one. This is such a big area.
Northeast. Cool. The map is
Keep
actually
your
very
eyes on my
helpful.
sword.
Yes, it is.
Here I go.
You picked the wrong people to fight with.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, do you know,
Oh.
somewhat unrelated, do you know how Crunchyroll
I've been trained by
started?
knights. I won't lose.
Crunchyroll was a piracy site.
That's what it is.
And then they looked and then I was like, wait, we can actually charge for this and like get it legally. So they started charging for it. It's quite literally you've become the very
You
thing you
picked the
sought
wrong
to
people to
destroy.
fight with.
Actually, though.
But I guess at the time, like when they set up, there wasn't actually any places doing.
Yeah,
Anime.
it wasn't a here for the people who don't like to pay money for things and just
Yeah.
want to be able to watch shows. Yes, I understand that's kind of the antithesis of how a streaming service would be able to maintain itself on a business level. Even before Crunchyroll was all strictly
We will not
like
go easy
everything
on you.
only available premium,
Yeah.
they had
You
a
picked the wrong
fucking
people to fight with.
store front for like figurines and shit, and they definitely made money for that. And they
Don't they
used
still have it? Or
yeah, but like they used that as an advertisement to entice people to getting premium because that was the real benefit. It wasn't the being able to, it wasn't so much being able to watch the weekly episode as soon as it went live. It was
Feel like
you
an
got a
easy
discount
win.
for anything
Don't
that
get
you
cocky.
ordered on their store.
Victory calls?
yeah. Oh, they still offered that like as a perk for here, even though that the shop is US only. like oh gosh, it was labeled as such a big upside, and then they had the big asterisk of Crunchyroll shops only available in America. So okay, then charge us a lot less, and they just haven't. Oh no. Have you bought anything from their shop? Or? No.
The little Kokichi figure for
The
Fist.
sign of victory.
Ah.
When they fucking mislabeled the sale price, and I got that bad boy for way cheaper than he should have been.
Easy.
It was like,
And
oh
that's
yeah, it's on sale. It's usually like, oh god, what was it? $80 was what I got him for, and he was supposed to be still over 100. I was just like,
Yes.
okay, Koi.
We like the Crunchyroll shop because it mislabels how expensive things are.
Southwest takes me to Chroma. Got it.
Yeah. There just hasn't been a competitor here. Or anything here. I mean, we have a lot of... Okay, if you love DVDs and Blu-rays, we have a lot of exclusive Blu-rays, anime Blu-rays over here. Like, I have a full Kill la Kill box. I need to properly look. I've like a full Kill la Kill box set.
Ooh.
on DVD. I have like quite a few movies that are like premium collections and stuff. They're like exclusive to the UK and Europe, which is really cool. But apart from that, we don't actually have like a streaming service or anything.
Which sucks.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to watch anime here, you gotta watch it on Amazon Prime, which don't have many, or Netflix, which seems to be like so bipolar with anime. It feels like some months they're like, oh wow, we're going all in on anime, guys, and then the next month they're like, what's anime again? But it's true. They buy like 50 anime one month, and the next month they just don't add anything. I guess it's kind of because of their whole business thing. I think they've mentioned it before. They don't like releasing things in the weekly thing.
That still doesn't make a ton of sense. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, why buy it and then just sit on it? You're not making a conscious lot of it!
And then like, yeah, we don't get an anime because Netflix is holding on to it for like 4 months until all the episodes are aired, so they can release it all at once.
And then they make their own anime in-house. Criminally underpay everyone involved in it.
And then 5. Didn't they? Was it Netflix that laid off a bunch of animators, or was that another company?
I mean, probably, but I was thinking of like when they delisted a ton of shows for some reason. They were just like, no more of that.
Oh my god.
You thought you could
The
win.
most annoying thing for Netflix is that you search up a show, it knows what show you're searching up because it comes up with like the search suggestion of it. You get that little bit of hope, and then it says, we don't have this show, but you may like. It's like, ah.
Yeah.
It's pain.
Indeed.
What I'm saying is that I'm starting a new company where I actually put anime out all the time. I'm gonna buy every anime, right? Take that, Netflix and Amazon.
Hello, Flynn.
Hello, Finn. Some say they were besties.
Historians would say they're besties.
Oh gosh.
It's just funny because
Okay.
I'm hearing Flynn noises as Flynn gets beat up by Flynn. Every Flynn sound in double.
Double Flynn sound. Flynn gets beat up. Flynn gets beat up at ASMR.
Flynn beats up Flynn.
Yeah, that's what I would listen to.
18 plus.
No, there's a very bad joke that no. I don't know if I should say.
My fan turned off, it did! I was like, why is it so hot in here? Turn on. Oh god, god, he used first aid while in over limit! Get away from me.
That's cheating. You can't use first aid while
He used
he's
cure.
turning.
He used cure and then mystic arted. He hit me somehow.
It sounded like you were about to cry, Chris.
Don't let him heal. Stop it.
My enemy was stuck in the tree. Hello, Chroma. I hate you in defensive. That was a very niche editing joke, I'm sorry.
Light of the heavens, pierce my foes.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Wow.
Are you done already?
Darker on roofs. Flynn. And then we go open this chest and head west, not east. To get to Reloi's cannon to fight Terapus.
Mm.
There he is! There he is!
Ooh. Oh my god, I'm inputted the wrong over limit.
Oh no!
I was trying to Mystic Art and I was like, huh?
Oh no.
Why's my Mystic Art?
Oh! Oh no, we interrupted the split, which is not actually what I wanted to do.
Is there a historians say they were besties meme with Shinji and Akihiko?
Probably not, because it's not set in a fantasy past setting. It's set, at least in the game's initial release, in the future.
What do you mean? It's from 2009. That's the past.
That was so
Wow, we
easy.
kept him from splitting into the tiny bats, and he just never tried to do it again, and killed him.
Oh.
Never parted into the little guys. No, Val.
Oh no, Val being evil again.
No, he's being fine. He's being a good boy. It's
Evil.
just we have new neighbors on the corner from us in regards to the backyard. And they have little dogs, and because our neighbors like right across on the other side of the fence from us have a bulldog that is chronically outside because I question why those people even have a dog if he's going to spend nearly every waking moment outside of the house in the backyard, is so incredibly deprived of stimulation, absolutely loses his mind when anybody, dog or person, goes outside in the neighboring backyards. So every time those little dogs get let out, which is pretty frequent, he starts barking, and sometimes, because Val's chilling in his kennel right now, sometimes Val will see it and he'll start screaming, and then Leia will start barking, and vice versa. And I'm just like,
Dogception. One dog starts howling and the others follow.
it's just really awkward because those poor people who have those little dogs, they need to go outside. but
Mm.
that big dog,
Can't. Yeah.
that big dog gets upset every time they're outside, and Val gets upset because the other big dogs. Leia gets upset because everybody's barking.
Meet thy judgment upon the evil before me.
I must bark too.
Things. O golden rain, who bringeth good fortune, thy name is.
I mean, did I properly, like, ever explain this? I mean, we moved here before I met you, but I don't know if I've ever explained this. Like, day 2 of us being at this house, that bulldog broke our fence trying to get to Leia.
I mean, you've told me that before. Or even you have told me that before. I didn't realise it was as soon as you got in.
Yeah, he's run up to the fence and gotten on his hind legs and banged on it while I've been mowing his lawn. He is so incredibly bored.
Yeah. Mm. Sad.
Yeah.
Oh, my phone died. I want to venom. Thank you, the right way. Oh, yes. And then after this one, I want to go west. Cool.
Then hopefully eventually we'll this map.
That's fun, easy. I'm not gonna memorize. I've actually never moved house.
And crush the evil before me.
I've been in the same
You picked
place
the
for
wrong people to fight with.
24 years.
Lame.
Mostly because my mum was very lucky and could buy this house outright. So there's no like mortgage or debt or anything. So that definitely helps, of course.
Yes. I still only have 10 fake gold, so it looks like unless Dawn decides to give me something, or this chest decides to give me something, I'm not getting anything until I beat Duke.
Did I say I got a fake gold? So I got a fake gold.
I'll blow you away.
Boom, boom. Wait, can I ask how long ago you moved into there? Oh, you don't have to answer that now.
It was about, like, it was in
Flickering blaze burn.
Ah.
Fireball.
Mm.
Oh, mother praise for her indigo light shine. Heard and raise thy clear new voice. Oh, divine spear, run mine enemy through. Beating of your lance. Sacrifice thy body to crush my enemies.
Anyway,
The power to defy spirit just will. Let fall thy sword of resistance.
I'm fighting Finn now. I'm a bit behind you. Like, two rooms behind you?
Spear, run mine
Maybe?
enemy through. Raging spear.
Val, no.
Oh, holy waters, rain down your power. Grace of innocent waters.
You need, like, soundproof walls.
Well, I mean, the reason why you would end most of the time is because he just needs to look out the window and see.
Mother praise for her indigo light. Break all heart and raise the
Gotcha.
Oh, divine spear, way like darkness.
Die, Finn.
Spreads the sign of victory.
Oh yeah, I forgot to check if I have beef stew in the previous. Flynn has to make this, which is just really funny. Cannot have him make cream stew. we do have pork miso, don't we?
Oh my god, he just straight up over limited into Mystic Art instantly. My controller.
I guess I can make Rita make a crepe. Don't ask how that nets me a fruit parfait, but...
Don't question it.
There are 2 chests on Duke's path.
I just saw someone of my friends who was launch Hades too.
Nah! It really was random, huh?
It really was. I don't know how many they handed out as well.
Can you imagine if they just RNG rolled into, like, no large influencers getting Hades too? It was completely random, and the algorithm chose people who will play it privately, and then streamers who have relatively small audiences. We're probably getting a really healthy boost of viewers, because I don't imagine Twitch waited too long to make that a category.
Hello, I'm a relatively small content creator. Wow. Imagine if they just did actually have a rule, like, if you have more than 10,000 subs, you're instantly banned from getting it.
I've been
fell out.
autopilot this fight so bad.
We're just casually doing the final boss.
Yeah?
You think you will
You're nearly dead, Finn. Nerd. Okay, I'm going west. Oh hey, fake gold.
Hey! You just got it randomly from Flynn.
Killing Finn, yeah. He was
You looted the
counterfeiting money. Yeah. I loosed his corpse and found that he was running a counterfeit scheme. We had to stop him, I swear. Just triple checking him, like, well...
I would like to be cured of my afflictions, Estelle. Why did you use that on Rita?
Oh my god, there it is. I could not find magic lens. I was going insane. Wait, this boss is so easy. Why is it only level 33? I guess level doesn't matter. I felt like in this game level doesn't really matter for the enemies.
Oh, he died.
By my honor as a knight.
On my honor as a knight. I give you all divide and pineapple chow.
After defeating me, I offer you this. Obtained a pineapple gel.
Okay,
What if
so
I give you a
you
lottery
can
gel?
actually get no fake gold. I still
Wait,
have 10.
did you not get any?
Yeah, I got only... I still have 10. I didn't get any.
Not even for the final... Oh my god.
Yeah. It's
That's
completely
crazy.
random. That is kind of the danger of taking the short path, is it is definitely faster to get through, but you may just like RNG into like the worst scenario.
Oh my god.
What?
The game. So I was defeating these bats, right, and one of them's like the boss bat. Someone killed the boss bat, and like you know how the game like freezes and zooms in when you kill a big enemy. It was off screen when that happened, so it just froze. The game just froze, and I got so scared. I was like, "Wait, no way, my game has crashed right now."
That would be incredibly unfortunate.
Yeah, but no, apparently it just gives up and doesn't even zoom in. It just freezes.
Can I make all my things? So I can't. Okay, let's...
Is there enough time? There's probably not enough time for you to do another one, is there?
Oh, probably one more if it's like a short one. But I need to. Let me see. Can't do that. Have a still make the choice. Okay.
There might not be enough time for me to do another one.
Wait, do I not have a choice? Oh no, I do. It's like I don't know why I can't find it.
Oh my god, there's a chest right at the end of this.
Indeed, there is. And yeah, chests can sometimes contain fake gold, so there's that too.
They're worth it. There wasn't one down there. Is there one up here? There is. Boo. Useless. Not worth the time.
So, Shaikos Ruins.
Hello, Zaggy.
I feel like an easy win.
Let us take caution.
Easy win.
All right.
Yep.
Here we go. Yay!
It did die immediately.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Sorry, but you're going bye-bye. Oh, evil soul, fall before this pure light.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Zaggy's so quick.
He is.
It's kind of weak, but he's so quick.
Break apart and raise
Now,
But he's got the distorted voice, which makes him worse.
Oh no. Yeah. It's the final Zagi fight, so.
All right. Here we go. Yay!
Yeah. I was just thinking. I think I still prefer Symphonia to this game.
It's got its things going on. Some are good,
Yeah.
some are okay. Symphonia is
There's
just a really fucking good game, so.
Yes. Yes, I was about to follow up and say like this doesn't mean this is a bad game. This is still a very fun game.
this should
But-
be some fine training.
Don't
Yeah,
let him trip you up.
it's just that is
I know how to
probably
use
one of the best in terms of the Tales of series. Like, it is one of the best games the Tales of series has to offer. So
You spoiled me at the start. Now nothing will be as good.
With luck, Tales of the Abyss will be good, because I like that game a lot. I like... It's... I think Tales of the Abyss
Are you
is...
done already?
It's a shame that it's not super accessible. It's on the PlayStation
Yeah.
2 and on the 3DS, which are
We will
some of
not
the
go easy
least
on you.
accessible forms, physically and digitally, that it could possibly be in.
Yes. At least when I go and find memes of Tales of, there's like, seems to be, every comment under it seems to be talking about Tales of Abyss in some way.
Oh, Silverlight. Angel Ring.
I'm very lucky to have not been spoiled on it yet. Yes.
I mean, it's not like... Maybe... Okay, it's a little presumptuous of me to say this, but also as someone who has confirmed over 1,100 hours streamed of Persona as a title, Atlas people
Man, could you be
on
any
the internet
weaker?
fucking
Don't let him trip you
suck
up.
when it comes to, like, avoiding spoilers. Like, I understand there's a lot of very late game conversations that can be had and stuff, and sometimes people will stumble upon discussions because discussing on the internet with other people who know the end of the game, if somebody who hasn't played the game before stumbles upon that, that's just really unfortunate. But the thing with the fucking... with Akihiko's voice actor playing Persona 4 Golden for the first time, and people just
You picked the wrong people
making
to fight
late
with.
game spoiler jokes about some of his tweets. But come on, you want him to experience the game on as a first experience. You don't fucking tell him shit about stuff that's yet to happen. It ruins the... it can ruin the experience for some people. They just couldn't help themselves. They
Just had to do it.
yeah.
My favourite ones is you're waiting for a game to come out, and then like 2 days before a video pops up on YouTube and it's like XYZ final boss, and then the thumbnail is just a big old picture of the final boss.
Eliminate them.
So and you're like,
Yeah.
oh okay.
Change strategy. All right, who's next? That was so easy.
I've had that for Star Rail. For me, just looking up unrelated things, and then like legit the day it came out, final boss 2.1 final boss, and it's just like a big thumbnail with their face on it. Oh, okay. Guess I know who the final boss is now.
Yeah. And as for the people who, because I'm thinking about it with the Persona 4 thing again. As for the people who are like, game is old, you should know this by now.
Before this pure light through that which blocks up victory calls.
The game was recently re-released.
In a setting in which a person is posting about how they haven't played the game before, it's different than you being,
Don't get
again,
careless.
it's different than you being in a place where you want to comfortably talk about something
picked
like
the
game with
wrong
somebody
people
who
to
is
fight
either
with.
at the same point as you or is not as affected negatively by you mentioning things here and there. But for a person
Yeah.
who's like, I've never played this game before, and then you just tell them late game spoilers, that's not a, oh, it's
This looks
old,
like
you
fun.
should have known by this point, I can talk about late game stuff. It's no, you've intentionally entered a space where somebody does not know it's a tweet that you are replying
Yeah.
to. It's not somebody stumbling into a discussion forum, or somebody having the algorithm push something that you made that's late game and they didn't know at the time. It is somebody who is in their own generated space, who doesn't know anything about the game, being told late game spoilers. You went out of your way to do that. You are at
Yeah.
fault.
Sorry, I just remembered a story about how my mum went to go see a movie when she was younger, and she said she was so annoyed because while waiting for the movie, someone came out from watching the movie and basically told the group of people how it ended. Like they were the original spoiler people.
But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you can stumble into spoilers. I often talk about late game things, but I also present myself in the way of, I'm playing this game on stream, this is not a first playthrough, and because of that, I'm not going to pretend the things that I'm experiencing are happening for the first time. I am going to openly talk about late game stuff or spoilers, and sometimes things unrelated, like we were talking about One Piece and stuff like that. I'm being careful with my wording, but I can't just say the guy in this arc. That's too non-specific. I just can't. I'm sorry.
The guy and the dude that's the thing. Yeah.
But I don't feel like what I have presented is like, oh, I can't watch this now because you basically told me everything happens. It's like, no, I didn't. Did I?
Did you?
I don't know what do you think? Do you think you can safely and comfortably skip all of Alabasta and Skypiea?
Yes. Don't need that, any.
I mentioned 2 characters' names and then hockey.
Yeah, we'll calm down with the spoilers. Hashtag spoiler war.
But like when I was playing like Portable, or when I played Fez, or when I played 4 after having played Golden, or when I played Golden after having played 4 for the first time, or when I played Q side 4 after having played side 3 on stream, yeah, it's just gonna happen. I'm just gonna talk about stuff and make comparisons because I've played the game before, and I just don't. I don't like filtering what I want to talk about for a game when it's not my first experience with it.
Me raiding you for the first time, not realizing how far ahead you were.
In heaven. Hello.
In heaven? Oh, sorry.
Would I rather fight... Oh, no, I have to go to Bactian, because I need to go to Modern Jorgen. And I can't do that from Emmead Hill. I can only do that from Heracles. Got it. Hello, Bellius. But yeah, I think because the internet, you can just find anything. Stumbling into spoilers absolutely does suck. However, the person who posted or talked about it isn't at fault. I am never going to refer to Sumire as Kasumi in a public discussion because I just know how that ends. When I'm referring to Persona 5, because she's not Kasumi, she's Sumire. But if somebody's like, oh, I'm playing Persona 5 for the first time, and they're like, I really like Kasumi, I'm not gonna go, actually her name is Sumire, because that's just stupid.
I think you mean Sumire. Kasumi is her twin, her dead twin. Did you know that?
There's a difference between I mentioned Sumire by name making references to Persona 5 and somebody in chat or in a tweet or whatever happens to have not seen the game. It's just my personal experience. And honestly, if I have to be careful about spoilers for every single piece of media I consume, then I can't talk about anything.
Yes.
Like but then it's like for stuff that's super recent, obviously. It's like for a TV show that's like freshly come out and I happen to watch it all and some people haven't yet, it's like I'll give people time and not talk about it.
I feel like 3 months is a good time. 3 months from the ending is a good time to start openly talking about things without a warning. Personally.
Yeah. So it varies. It depends, but yeah,
Yes.
there is a difference between
Don't get cocky.
accidentally spoiling something for somebody and then maliciously and then trying to claim that it's not malicious, which is the part that was like especially stupid regarding the what is his name?
The P3
Yeah.
voice actor.
Yeah, regarding
There should be
Akihiko's
some fine
voice
training.
actor.
Don't get careless.
Who's the VTuber?
Is it Kai? Kai?
I don't know.
Oh.
That was the part that was the most frustrating. Was people were like, "It's just a joke. Come on!" And it's like he has literally openly admitted he's never played this game before in all of the tweets that he has of it, and he's trying to do like a play-by-play of his experience off stream, and you are actively ruining it for him on purpose. You are at fault.
Yeah.
Do not feign ignorance and say that you are not in the wrong when you go and do that. That is malicious. You are doing it intentionally.
I wonder if people like also assumes that because he's a voice actor for it, they
That he knows
already played every
everything.
game.
That he
Yeah.
knows everything about Persona.
Yeah.
Honestly, no. That's kind of why. It's shown in fucking Alex Lee's playthrough of Persona 3 Reload, where he didn't know one of the protagonist's response to like the fall is happening soon. He voices both of those characters and he didn't know that interaction. How did he not know that interaction? Because that's not a voice acted line and he's never played Persona 3 before, so he didn't know about the I don't care dialogue options because none of the I don't care dialogue options are voice acted ever. He has no idea. And that's what made it funny because he laughed. He was like, "Oh, I don't care."
And
Like,
voice actors usually read things completely with no context and with no order as well.
Like an easy win.
Let us take caution.
Yeah, that's it's really not that crazy that voice actors from Persona 3 Reload have never played Persona 3 or Persona 4 Golden or Persona 5 even. Or any
And
Persona really.
Yeah. And very rarely, I've only seen this for like TV shows and stuff. You wouldn't have all voice actors in there at the same time, like talking to each other.
Yeah, so you wouldn't even know like all the dialogue interactions that they have because they're isolated responses at times. Obviously, they're given context. They're not just talking to themselves in the void. They need to understand what type of tone is necessary to respond to a comment. But yeah,
I mean, sometimes the context is just you are feeling sad.
You picked the wrong people to fight with.
yeah.
The character's gone through a traumatic event. You're a bit shaken from the experience. Sometimes the context is just that.
It depends. I know for like.
This looks like fun.
I know for anime, they actually have to actively watch the scene that they're voicing because they have to match the lip flaps, but again, there's only so much context you can get from that as well.
Yeah, that one's different because that affects like the speed of how they have to say it.
wonderful.
and like where the break and where the emphasis is going to be.
Yeah, it's a bit more moving parts to that. But when it comes to video games, it's like, no, a voice actor for a game does not mean they're not like a Q&A tester of the pre-release version of the game. When the game comes out, they're just as unknowing as to what exactly is going on as you are. It just kind of depends on what character they voiced. Obviously, even then, they won't know the context of anything, so...
Yeah.
Okay, modern Jormungand is northeast.
Okay, I've hit the end of my run.
I have yet to get any,
Yeah, I didn't get one on
Don't
the
care
final
what rock you
boss.
crawled out from. Bring it.
It really just is random.
But I don't know. When do you have to go?
Probably after this, like after I finish this one. I'm in modern Jormungand, which means I need Tarkaron. I'm doing Tarkaron steps east, Chroma,
Yeah.
Flynn, and then going the route to fight Terapus, Zagi, Dawn, and the Duke. These aren't
Cool.
long fights though, so it should be okay.
I won't do anything. I won't.
You'll
be doing
gamble in
anything.
Namco
Sorry, but you're going bye-bye.
I'll gamble or snowboard. I haven't decided yet.
You picked the wrong people.
But I do need the loot really quickly.
Okay.
So I'll be a minute.
I wish you didn't. I get it, but sometimes I wish you didn't have iframes freshly out of the battle, because I'm just running into a guy and can't engage in the fight
my-
until the sparkles go away.
You picked the wrong
I thought you were
people.
talking to me. I thought you were about to say, I wish you didn't have to go to the loo. And then you started talking about iframes. I'm like, I have iframes.
I have
Man,
iframes.
could you be any weaker?
I have iframes when I go to Okay.
Granted, I'm thinking about this. It would be faster if I just over limit level 1 spam against most of these fights that are not like level 30 to my level 200. But I don't know if I even want to do that. It would be faster, maybe. I can't leave because I'm past the early exit.
Angel ring. Come forth, sisters, before this pure light.
Now,
Oh, really? There's still an enemy here? Where are you? There you are.
Focus on the enemy in front.
That was so easy.
You're okay. He didn't. Val wasn't even looking at anybody. He just made that pitiful little noise. Okay, this is Tarkaron Steps East Breaker. There's only one path. I just want to know where the chests are. Because there's a chance that they'll contain fake gold. Looks like there's only one. Oh yeah! Okay, this I'm going to. What are you currently weak to? Water. Okay.
I'm so gonna make you. Here I go. I'm so gonna make you. Only evil soul fall before this pure light.
Let's see. How fast can we kill it? No, don't. Oh, it's switching again? I guess. Yeah, it did switch again.
I am so gonna make you.
It just kind of suck that you can't interrupt it.
Oh, Silverlight.
How much HP does it have? Only like 100k.
Dragon Swarm!
Run my enemy through. I found your weak spot.
Sorry I took so long, the cat stole my chair.
Oh.
All right, here we
Breaker
go.
is dead. Whoa.
I think IRL, everyone should get invincible frames if they do a forward roll. Hello, kitty cat.
I heard it.
That was a quizzical meow. She's like, why are you still...
Goodness,
Where? Did you go the wrong way?
No, I went the right way. It's just, I still don't know. Because all of these are bosses, how long they'll take.
I think you can do it in 15 minutes. Or is that...
Yeah.
Oh gosh, no, cat, don't do that. You'll strangle yourself.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my god. She was trying to, like... She's trying to sit on my lap, but she put her head, like, around the wire of my controller. Not intentionally.
Lack of self-preservation in cat.
Yes. You're a dumb idiot, aren't you?
I am so gonna
Your
make
brother... Oh my god. My other one. When he could hear, thankfully, he'd just sit in the middle of the road. I'm like, bro, move out the way. Every time you saw... Okay, so our road isn't that busy, but there was a car coming down at least once every 15 minutes. So, he'd just sit in the road. I mean, sometimes, cars, he just wouldn't move, and cars would come to a stop. And then the owners would get out and shoot him out the way. Like the entitlement of my cat.
It's his road now.
Yes.
battle.
That was killed pretty fast.
You thought you could win?
But he's dumb. We've had to shoot him off the road a few times. Yeah.
He cares not.
Yeah. Luckily, we don't. We don't let him do that now that he's deaf. Otherwise, he genuinely would not move ever. He just wouldn't hear the car.
No, he would not. He would not care, though. You'd get out of the car
Yeah.
anyway and try to show him, and he'd look at you like...
What did you say? Huh? Your brother's dumb, isn't he? Yes, so dumb. You're the smart one. You're the smart one, but you're still as naughty because you understand what you're doing.
She's doing it on purpose and maliciously.
The other one jumps on the table and gets startled when the papers get knocked off because he didn't realise the papers were there. You jump on the table and you purposely knock off the papers and you're not bothered because you knew the papers were there and you knock them off.
Oh my god, they're taunting because they can't reach him because Crimson Flare is carrying him into the sky!
Maybe laugh till other choke. One pair, let's go.
No!
Oh,
Light Dragon!
I messed up, I pressed the wrong button.
No!
One pair, let's go. Wait, two pair. Hog. Two pair.
How much HP? He has a lot more than I thought.
Oh gosh. Z, higher or lower than 8?
Higher.
You failed. I'm sorry, I know you're busy.
Oh no! No! He came at me!
He did what now?
He ran at me!
Oh, okay.
I know how to use a sword.
Oh my god. Higher or lower than a king, and I got a joker. Oh,
I love that.
I hate the sun.
Okay, he is now genuinely upset.
Who's this? Ah.
Alright, Alice,
so
sleep well.
easy.
Thanks for hanging out.
Good night.
No fake called from Flynn. This is so sad. What the hell? What the hell is happening? Alright. Therapist. Oh, speak to Liz.
Oh, full house. Please get out of my house. Oh gosh, higher or lower than an 8?
Higher again.
Higher again. Oh, focus on. Lower. Okay, we end there. 2 jokers in hand.
Let's go.
Straight. Oh, I want to speak.
Good one.
Straight. Do I have to? That's bad, I'm sorry. Ba-da-da-da.
So I can't save and quit. I'm stuck. I
You have to go?
I have to get through this. Multiple people keep asking me if I'm getting her. And I'm like, well, yes, but at this point I'd be a little late. Bully's on you. He's fast, so just type it.
Oh my god. 5 of a kind. Here we go. Oh.
Because you can easily break out of most stuff.
I am so gonna make you hurt.
I got greedy. One pair, let's go. Lower than the king and its ace.
I love how they're just standing there taunting because I can't hit him. Oh my god.
You're using too many items.
Forgive me.
Please, get to 200 hits. Please, juggle him for 200 hits. Yes!
Oh.
much HP does he have? He... God, that was amazing. No, keep going. No, it faded out. He couldn't do shit for so long. This is the first time he's over-limiting this fight.
Is that your highest combo?
Get away from me!
Oh, I've got to open my door really quick.
Okay, he's not near me. Okay, so I got hit. He has 200.
Where?
Holy waters, rain thy judgment upon the evil before me. Hey, help me out when I'm casting. I'll protect you.
100,000.
Oh, evil soul, fall before this pure light.
He doesn't have much left. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, hey.
Dawn's easy because he,
That was
while he can
wonderful.
overlimit, he has no mystic arts.
You can't
Oh, I
really
got a
tap
fake
it.
gold. Ah. It was not
Gold.
for not. I have 11. Let's go. 4 more. Woo! I got a laurel. I won't rest on it though.
What did you get?
A laurel.
Oh. I thought you said Laurel. And I was like, why are you saying Yanni? That's a very old.
That's a very old thing.
I think I'm funny. I'm glad you think I am too. Never fear, the comedy has arrived. Oh, I just read that hand wrong, but it still worked out. Oh my god, higher than the 3, and I get the 2.
How you doing? Oh, okay. He's got it.
You know, I have my own copy of Tales of Symphonia. Maybe I should play through.
You do?
Yeah.
Victory calls, and I come.
It's a good enough game to warrant replaying it. That's for sure.
I don't know if you said the you do in the questioning tone or in a not questioning tone.
Well, I knew that you did because we tried to host it on your on your save file first, and it didn't work out.
You just said it in such a. Holy shit. I'm actually so good at this game. There was a jack and I went high because I felt it, and it was higher.
Now we end this.
Oh. Light Dragon Destruction.
I know how to use
Stop
this
being
sword.
so boring.
Let's finish this.
Mash circle for a little.
Rend the infinite darkness.
Yes.
Savage!
Woo!
You think you will test me?
Oh, power the Draco, unmerciful and unnamed Queen of Thorns! Oh, holy waters, rain down your power on us! Rest on thy undefiled purity!
I'll take 16k.
Oh, he is casting stop. He has casted stop.
Stop.
Yeah. Yeah, where he just can't move.
He just stops time.
You still
Yeah.
I've never seen him do that.
Now, go! Fireball! Healing circle!
He doesn't use it too often.
Sharpened rage! Run through features explode!
It seems unfair.
Mother praised for her indigo life. Praise that bring down your powerless.
Oh god, I can't use my skills. Meaning I can't use my mystic art. Please, Estelle, cure me!
Praised for her indigo. Recover! Break apart and oh, source of illness, be gone!
There we go.
It's a good match. You want to bet?
Merciless conflagration. Burn the very souls of
Don't let him heal.
her indigo. Through. Aqua laser! Oh, holy obsidian power! Be as a raging spear to run my enemies through!
Oh. 78k bags. Let's go.
Nice. Is he no moment? He might be. He's yeah, he is. Whoops.
Oopsie daisy.
You still
Duty.
Okay, there we go.
Victory
You beat him?
comes, and I come.
As you will.
Yes. No fake gold as a reward for that. I got regular gold though.
Hey. This is useless. But you do have to go.
Yeah, I do. That's alright.
We did a lot.
Yes. I mean, it was one thing, but we did it for 3 hours.
We did. We had a good podcast,
Yes.
and we hope you guys enjoyed it too. How many do I have? 10 on my end.
I have 11.
We'll probably get them next stream then.
I mean, probably I had 9 at the start.
Look, we'll get lucky. We'll just get better, and we have a map now, so we can plan everything out if need be. But yes. Ooh.
Oof.
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 Ugh. Goodbye, YouTube.
Bye bye.